So, according to both Bob Arum and Frank Warren, both whom are Tyson Fury's promoters, Bob Arum is the head promoter, Frank Warren is the co-promoter. They are in deep negotiations with Oleksandr Usyk and his team for the undisputed showdown. Target date is March in Saudi Arabia. So, what do I think about this? What do I think about negotiations? What do I think about the fight? Regarding the negotiations, I wouldn't be shocked if the fight goes very quickly. I already heard Frank Warren saying it's a 50-50 fight, 50-50 split. When you hear that, you know that there's not going to be anything that's going to go in the way from Team Fury to try to avoid the fight. And for the longest time on Twitter, if you guys follow me on Twitter, if you guys know me, if you guys follow this channel, for the longest time, I've said that Tyson Fury is not going to duck Usyk. It doesn't make sense. Because Usyk doesn't even present the danger that Deontay Wilder did. Or Dylan White, to that matter. Now you're like, what are you, crazy? Usyk doesn't pose the danger Dylan White posed? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have that one punch knockout power. He doesn't have that counter-punching ability. That's not him. That's not who Usyk is. Usyk is a guy who's very quick hand. If you try to box him, he will outbox you. He will land first before you do. But that's not how Fury's going to fight him. Fury's not going to crouch with him and try to fight him. That's not what's going to happen. And second of all, Usyk is only 2 or 3 inches shorter than Joshua. Only has a 2 or 3 inch reach disadvantage, excuse me. Fury has 7 inches in height and reach over Usyk. Fury is a huge man. He can easily fight on the side, fight on his stance sideways, jab, that long ass jab. What is Usyk gonna do? What is Usyk gonna do? Duck down and try to get in like Mike Tyson? That's not how Usyk fights. There's nothing Usyk could do to beat Tyson Fury. Nothing. You heard it here first. I'm not gonna milk this fight to make lots of videos. There is nothing Oleksandr Usyk could do to win this fight. Nothing. You heard it here first. Nothing. Usyk is gonna get schooled, and if Fury does not want to box on the outside, does not want to just jab and circle, he can maul Usyk on the inside. Make it a very nasty fight. Hold Usyk with one hand and hand him with the other hand. Like how he fought Wilder the third time. Like how he fought Steve Cunningham. We've seen that before. When he fights guys in the 220s, the 210s, and the 230s, what he can do to them. This isn't Vladimir Klitschko, who's 250 of pure muscle, 6'6", 81-inch reach. Can knock you out with either hand. This isn't it. This is even Joshua, a guy with quick combinations, very strong puncher, very strong guy, big guy, just as big as Fury. This isn't that. This is a guy who's 6'3", 6'2", 220 pounds. Is not muscular, is not that physically strong, cannot take body shots. It's a completely different scenario. I'm of the thinking that it was more Joshua lost the second rematch than Usyk won it. Obviously, Usyk deserved to win. I had him winning 8-4, 7-5. A lot of people want to say that Usyk basically won 9-3, 10-2. That's not the fight I saw. It could have been 5-4 either way after round 9. But Joshua let Usyk back in it. Joshua in round 8 and round 9 was hurting Usyk, was having a rally, then just cooled down, didn't go for it. He hurt Usyk again in round 10, didn't capitalize. Hurt Usyk again in round 12, did not capitalize. I think it was more Joshua let him back in. If he won round 10 and 12, he would have won that fight, Joshua. It's that type of fight. People are trying to act like it was a fight where Usyk easily won. Rewatch it. Now, Joshua, he's stronger. At least in my opinion, I think he's stronger than Tyson Fury. Even if Tyson Fury is a bit stronger, it's only a bit. So Tyson Fury obviously can go in there and maul him. He can obviously box from the outside. And we've seen against Oleksandr Usyk that if you feint and you box and you have a active jab, you could probably get Joshua. But, it's a fight like that where, you know what, Fury is a 60% favorite. Joshua has a 40% chance to win. 60-40. Fury versus Usyk. Hear me out. Joshua versus Usyk, every time people used to ask me both fights, I said it's 50-50. I have no idea who wins. Fury versus Usyk, I would say, in my opinion, this is my opinion. my opinion only, I think Tyson Fury has a 90% chance of beating Oleksandr Usyk. Yeah. If the fight was 50-50, odds makers make it 50-50, I will put every single penny I have in my savings on Tyson Fury. Because it's going to be free money. And I'm willing to take all bets. But these bets, I am so confident. What we call a lawyer, you put your $100, I put my $100, and we keep it in escrow. I am serious. Or we find an online site where we can keep it on the site, and I am willing to bet anyone that Fury beats Usyk easily. This is a fight where Fury has an opportunity to enhance his legacy on paper, even though he's fighting a guy who's not on his level. He's not. Evander Holyfield was a great fighter. He drew with Lennox Lewis, even though it was controversial. I've never seen the first fight. I've only seen the second fight. I had Lewis winning 7-5. You have Evander Holyfield, the guy who beat Mike Tyson. You have Evander Holyfield. I know he lost twice to Riddick Bowe, but he does have a victory over Riddick Bowe. A guy in Holyfield who has a victory over George Foreman, who has a victory over Buster Douglas coming off the Mike Tyson win, who has a victory over ancient Larry Holmes. In my opinion, I see Fury beating the living dog shit out of Holyfield. It's just that the height and size difference is too much. Now, Muhammad Ali, I think he beats Tyson Fury because of his speed, and he has an 81-inch reach. And his reach, look at him, he does not have a big chest. It's all arms. So he has very long arms. Probably his arms are just an inch or two, a couple of inches shorter than Fury's arms. I think he could do a lot of damage to Fury, in and out. The 60s version of Ali, not the 70s version of Ali. The 70s version of Ali also gets taken out by Fury, in my opinion. I think the 70s version of Ali gets taken out by the big three, all of them. Or the big four, actually. In my opinion, the 70s version of Ali was not as impressive as the 60s version. The 60s version of Ali was a perfect fighter, in my opinion. No one beats him. No one beats that guy. But I have at least 10 guys. He got beat 5 times in the 70s. And I got 10 guys minimum that could beat Muhammad Ali in the 70s. Just from this era in the 70s, he loses to Usyk, Fury, Joshua, and Wilder. The 70s version of Ali. The guy that beat George Foreman loses to all those 4. The guy that fought in the 60s stops Joshua, outboxes Usyk, Fury, and Wilder. The guy that fought in the 60s. The guy that fought in the 60s stops Tyson Fury, Mike Tyson late. Now, let's not make this conversation about Ali in his 60s and 70s. Fury versus Usyk, it's in deep negotiations. I got Fury in that one. If it's a 50-50 split, I'm pretty sure the Saudis are willing to pay close to $200 million for this. Especially this fight. Because the guy who's in charge of boxing sports in Saudi Arabia is Prince Khalid, son of the King of Salman. He's always said this. It's his dream to watch a undisputed heavyweight fight live. It's his dream. And when your dad's a king and a wealthy king, and not like the UAE where there are several rulers for each province. Now, this is just one guy who runs all of Saudi. He's willing to pay lots of money to make his kids' dreams come true. So I'm pretty sure the fight's going to be in Saudi as well. And as you saw, Usyk, I know a lot of people are complaining, but Usyk did get a fair result. I thought Hrgovic got a give decision, but Usyk, a lot of people are complaining. I had that fight a draw, so I'm not mad that he won a split decision. And even Hrgovic, they gave it to him by 2 points, by 1 point. It's not crazy. I still think that Hrgovic lost that fight, but it's not crazy. In other places, we've seen robberies way worse. So far, we've seen fair judging, decent judging in Saudi. So I think Usyk should be comfortable to fight again in Saudi. I think Fury should be comfortable to fight in Saudi. And I got Fury winning either by wide decision, like a 11-1, 10-2 type decision, or by late stoppage, last 3 rounds. He gets Usyk out of there. I actually struggle to see Usyk winning a round. I'm serious. it's going to look very similar to the Dillian Whyte fight. I'm dead serious. That's how I see this fight going. Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you guys see this fight going? I apologize for ranting too much, but yeah, the heavyweight division. One day we'll make a video. We'll talk about the heavyweight division. I'm very knowledgeable about the heavyweight division from 1960 on. Before 1960, not too much. But we can make a video talking about everything except from 1960 till 2023. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Sadiq Boxing out.